Hey YouTube, what's going on? Team Phantasma here, coming at you guys with another deck profile. This is my Dark Alice deck. I love Dark Alice. She's one of my favorite rulers in this game, and this is kind of the list I've got right now. The reason I'm profiling it is because I just want to get more content up on my channel right now. But at the stage this deck is at, I'm kind of like still in the midst of testing for it. I know already, going into this video, knowing I need to make changes, and I'll tell you what I would change so far. Basically, it's ratios. I need to change up to some of the numbers for my likings and stuff like that. But other than that, the deck works pretty well. I've had a lot of fun with it. Been okay successfully with it so far. But yeah, of course, always need more testing. And yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna just go straight into it now. So, first off, our ruler is Girl in Twilight Garb, or other known as Dark Alice, the Maiden of Slaughter. Basically, you can deactivate her for 0 if you have 3 or more cards in your opponent's removed area that's been removed by her effect. And then you can pay a black and remove a card from your opponent's graveyard from the game. So if you have 3 of those, then you can deactivate. When she deactivates, goes over to her, she has target attack built in, and then you call a number, and the total cost of all cards on the field with that, or resonators, sorry, get destroyed. So if I call 2, all resonators with 2, including my own, get destroyed. So, yeah. She plays a big role in this deck. She's one of your best ways to get around stuff as well. So, yeah. Again, she's just one of my favorites, so I decided to use her. Then onto the stones. 4, I'm going to put that right over there. Alright. 4 Dark Depths. This is, I don't know, if people see my videos, you can kind of see a pattern that my favorite combination of colors is black and blue. I just think there's a lot of synergy in between them, and all of my decks have seemed to do really well with these colors, so I've always stuck with these colors for a long time. So yeah. So 4 Dark Depths. 4 Black Silence. This is a black, green, blue deck. I've always wanted to find, like, I have all the stones, right? So I've always wanted to make decks with all the colors. And black-green was kind of something that I really struggled with making, and the only way I could make it was with that really stupid, corny Grim Cluster / Alice Cluster the Musketeer deck. If you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, sorry, I'm not going to explain it right now, but it was a Musketeer deck basically, and they used these stones. But yeah, that was the only way I could figure out how to use these stones. But because green and black just didn't feel like have a lot of synergy really. But yeah, this works well with just a certain couple cards. The last 2 are the Black Moon's Memoria. Yeah, just basically it still produces black is the point, but more the point is for the moon, because we play what's his face, or what's her face, Izanami. I think that's her, or yeah, Izanami I think's her name. So yeah. So this deck has a small Resonator lineup. I'm probably going to add in a couple more, and like I said, every single thing I would change so far in the deck, I will talk about it right now. So, 2 Slayer the Overlord, Persea. She's really good early game, and I feel like even like the shifting part is actually still relevant in this deck. Obviously you don't do it as often, but it still could be relevant. She's really good, and that's pretty much all I can say about her. She gets the job done. She's a 2-drop that can easily kill stuff on turn 2 for me, which is really nice. But yeah, I wouldn't play any more than 2 just because I think it's unnecessary. I think 2's enough. So, yep. Then we got 3 Dark Faria. She's one of your kill guys. You play her because she destroys a Resonator, basically. Again, this is pretty much like a control deck, kind of, or like board control kind of thing. It's like a mixture of everything, hands and all that stuff. All my decks are kind of like that same kind of style kind of thing, but with different cards. But yeah. So Darkfire, she blows up Resonators, so she's really good. People may say, like, why don't you just run Lucifer over her? Because Lucifer basically makes your opponent get rid of something. Well, this is precise. While Lucifer is your opponent banished the Resonance, so it's their choice. I just want to make sure that in some cases, I'd rather play more of this than Lucifer because I am guaranteed with that 4-drop to be able to choose what I want to kill instead of letting them have free reign. So. And then, yeah, it's Izanami. I always get Izanagi and Izanami mixed up for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, Izanami the Seal Terror. Basically, this is like your discard fodder, basically. And you can still drop it. 2-drop 6/6 is still a great body and great value out of it. But you have lots of cards that, like, benefit from being in the graveyard as well. So this is one of your ways, one of your cards that likes to be in the graveyard. So, and again, you pay the Moon because she can discard a card from your opponent's hand, so, which is really good. So that's Izanami 3 of those, and then 1 Alice of Light, which is actually not Alice of Light, it's Alice of Shadow. I play Alice of Shadow, but you have to have it on this side again. This card, I hate that. Like, I love the Alice of Shadow. Like, that card's good, but this side just sucks. Like, I don't understand whoever in their right mind would play this card. This card's bad. But the other side, when you just hard cast it from your hand, still a 3 that gets rid of a total cost 2 or less from your opponent's field, which is really, really good. Plus, it gives your Resonators a little bit of a attack boost, which is actually not bad. So, I also kind of explained this exact same thing in my last video, because I play it in my Stealth Shion deck as well. But yeah, only 1 in this deck. And then 1 Lucifer. The one thing I would do is I want to bump this up to 2, but I currently only have 5 Lucifers, so I need to get another one of my this weekend at my locals. So I will be adding another in Lucifer. So pretend there's a second one here, and I'll be telling you what other stuff I'll cut it forward and stuff. But the reason is because I feel like my Resonators, I just was not having enough, and I felt like at points in a match where I would be like needing to draw cards, and I wouldn't be seeing any Resonators, and I would just need to like rely on Dark Alice to control my opponent's board state until I can get some guys. So, because I would always have to, I play the one that puts the green spell that puts your ruler back into the ruler area. It's High Speed Dash. I think that's what it's called. Let me look real quick. High Speed Dash, yes. So, sometimes if I don't have Levitine, then I can't attack immediately and do damage, and I just have to always keep flipping back in fear of like Black Moonbeam or something. Obviously, the situation depends on what deck they're playing and the color stones they play, obviously. But yeah, I want Lucifer for another body, plus he gets rid of stuff as well. So I'm going to pick another one up this weekend, and I just don't want to switch cards into my decks right now. And then for the last Resonator, 1 Arthur. Arthur's really good, and he has lots of board control because he boosts your guys up and lowers your opponents potentially, but also could boost your opponents as well. So, but then again, if it boosts your opponents as well, it just makes it so everything's bigger. Like, it's not gonna, like, you're still getting the same benefits that you're giving your opponent. So basically, even if we are like now 12/12s, it's not gonna, it's gonna be the same state as we were in, as we were like 1000/1000s or stuff like that. So it's not, I don't think of it as too big of a deal. Another reason why we only play 1 of it, but yeah, Arthur's good. And then for the spells, the only 1-drop Resonator you play, 3 Scorner Dark Alice. Whoops, it's not Resonator. Yeah, this is Dark's 1-drop Resonator, basically. I've heard, I like seeing people's, like, what they ask, and they're like, what's a good 1-drop Dark Resonator? I'm just like, Scar. That's your 1-drop, basically. So yeah, it's really, really good. If you don't know what it does, sorry. You look at your opponent's hand, and you choose a Resonator from it, and they have to discard it. So. And then, to follow up with the hand control, we got 2 Lapises, Dark Storm. That new card out of Vingolf 2, I think it's called Scheme of the Empire, I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it's called. It's same cost as this, except for 1 colorless instead of 2 black. And basically, you get to look at your opponent's hand and choose any card in their hand, and they discard it. For me, I just feel like I get a lot more value out of this because they discard 2 cards instead of 1. I just feel like negging my opponent even harder is better than just getting exactly what it is, you know? Because I think about it this way. If you're going turn 1, scorn. Okay, that's 1 down. Alright, so now they replenish their hand with their draw, and then they tap and they play 1 card, assuming. So they have 4 cards left in their hand. Then you lapis. Now they only have 2 cards left in their hand on turn 2. While if I was playing with that other card, I would like they'd still have like the exact same hand, exact same amount of cards in their hand as they did on turn 1. So I feel like this just gets me in a better situation in the game. It's just my personal opinion, but there are pros and cons to running both. That's what I'm trying to say. Pretty much what I'm trying to get at, failing miserably. And then for Unseen Pressure, this card, what it does is destroy target Resonator with attack 400 or less. There's a couple of cards in this deck that make your opponent minus attack and defense, like obviously Space-Time Anomaly. So you combo this with Space-Time Anomaly is pretty good. So yeah. Plus, it's just really good early game removal of like stuff. Like even like if I was playing in my opponent, like I could do this and kill a Persea, which is really, really good. So, 2 Soul Hunt. Soul Hunt's an amazing card, and this is one of the reasons why I said Izanami's like a discard outlet. So you play this pretty much when you have no Resonators, and then they have to get rid of something and neg 1. And then you technically do neg 1, but you get value out of it later on in the game. So either Space-Time Anomaly, Izanami, or anything of that sort, you get value out of it later. So yeah. You could potentially bump that up to 3, depending on your comfort zone with it, but I feel like 2 is fine. And then MVP of this deck is High Speed Dash. This card's amazing. It's just really, really good. It just kind of sucks that Black Moonbeam exists, but yeah. Basically, this card really lets Dark Alice shine because you're just like J-activate, declare the total cost, destroy those Resonators, and then attack if you can, if you have swiftness with the Levitine, and then just, depending on your matchup again, you just leave it, or you just immediately do it at the end phase. Put your ruler back and just do it again and keep doing it. It's basically the concept. It's really good. Board control like crazy. And then 4 of these cards, 4 Space-Time Anomaly. Yep, it's pretty good. Space-Time Anomaly, I would say I'm definitely going to cut this down to 3. This is one card that I would cut for the Lucifer right here. You don't need 4, it's just unnecessary. For this deck right now, I'm finding a little bit of trouble with finding cards that could also be played in it. So I kind of need, what I kind of need right now is the new cards to come out and see what I can do with those cards, like from Lapis Cluster. See what I can do with that. But then again, if I do that, then I'm just going to take from Grim Cluster as well, so I could take cards from there and so on and so forth. But I just want to see what else I can work with. But this is basically an Alice Cluster only deck right now. So, yeah. But yeah, I would cut Space-Time down and put another Lucifer in. That's another thing I would do. You could also cut down Unseen Pressure to 3. I personally wouldn't, but I definitely can understand why you would. So that's another thing you could cut from this deck. But Space-Time Anomaly 4, Lucifer is going to happen. And then 3 Wind Secluded Refugee. This is going to be definitely 2. This should not be 3. I side deck 1 instead. So play 2, side deck 1 is what should be happening. I just couldn't find anything else at the moment, and then I need this it replaces itself because it lets me draw a card and then protects my guy. So I was like, it's not bad whatsoever. It's just I feel like there's gonna be something else better that I can play. I just haven't found it yet. So 3 of that, but I definitely cut down to 2. 1, the last drop, protects me, gets my guys back, so keeps me in the game. Black Moonbeam, I play black, why not? Play 1, side deck 1. It's pretty standard if you're playing like a black deck now, you always main deck just 1. Recollection of Dystopia. This kind of basically has the exact same kind of effect as like Lucifer. When it enters the field, your opponent banishes a Resonator. The reason I play this is because, again, board control like crazy, and then it does make her, there's actually like an upside because her God Art costs 2 less, so you basically get Schrodinger for free. It's not bad whatsoever. I think this is still a fine card. It gets rid of board, so gets rid of problematic stuff. And then 2 Endless Night. I like this card a lot. It just flat out destroys the Resonator, so I think it's pretty good. And plus all Resonators get -2/-2 until end of turn, so that includes yours. If you didn't know, it does include your own stuff, but I don't really see that as a problem whatsoever. So yeah. And then 2 Levitine and 1 Schrodinger. This is just so you can like give Imperishable and go fast, and this is for because you get it off her God Art and it produces 1 Wheel of any attribute, which is cool. Plus, I don't know, if you remove enough stuff, she gets like boosts from it, like a 500 boost, which is good. Plus, it also gives Imperishable too, which is really, really cool. But yeah, that is the deck. I like this deck a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, the changes I would make is I would add in a Lucifer, and I would cut out 1 Space-Time, 1 Wind Secluded Refugee, and possibly Unseen Pressure. But again, I only have 1 card to put in at the time, so I'm still thinking about stuff. If you guys have any suggestions or comments, please let me know. Constructive criticism is always welcome. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.